A historic free movement agreement has come into effect across 4 Caribbean nations: Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And for the first time, citizens can live, work, and settle indefinitely in each other's countries without the need for visas or permits. The deal expands on earlier mobility rules, granting full rights to families, including access to education and health care. Leaders say the move will strengthen regional integration and help stem the loss of skilled workers to North America and Europe. More details on this development in our next report.
On October 1st, 2025, a historic moment unfolded in the Caribbean. 4 nations, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, officially opened their borders to each other under a landmark free movement agreement. For the first time, just like the EU nations, citizens can live, work, and settle indefinitely in each other's countries without visas or work permits. The new system is simple but far-reaching. A passport stamp or digital record at entry will now be enough to guarantee an indefinite stay. Families relocating will no longer face the uncertainty of short-term arrangements. Children can be enrolled in schools, citizens can access healthcare, and households can build futures in neighboring states once bound by bureaucratic restrictions.
We are virtually the same people. We have no historical animosities against each other, and we are very similar culturally. So, this is a breakthrough, even though it's only 4 countries. The idea is, once the 4 countries make the start and perfect this regime, that others will join.
Until now, the Caribbean community's single market has offered only partial mobility. Citizens could move freely if they were skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, or service providers, but the arrangement excluded many categories of workers and capped stays for others at 6 months. Those rules were seen as a step forward at the time, but they were considered incomplete. The new agreement replaces those limitations with full rights of residence, work, and settlement. The shift is rooted in the 2022 Enhanced Cooperation Chapter of the revised Treaty of Chagar-Amas. That protocol gave 3 or more CARICOM members the power to deepen integration, even without unanimous approval from the wider bloc. Seizing the opportunity, leaders of Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent pushed ahead. Prime Ministers Mia Mottley, John Briceño, Roosevelt Skerritt, and Ralph Gonsalves signed on, describing the step as vital to both economic resilience and cultural unity. Officials hope the agreement will tackle one of the region's most pressing issues, the loss of skilled professionals. Doctors, teachers, and young graduates often migrate to the United States, Canada, or the United Kingdom in search of higher salaries and opportunities, leaving gaps in critical services at home. So, by allowing freer movement across participating Caribbean states, governments aim to create new opportunities within the region, making migration abroad less attractive. However, security remains a central consideration. Prime Minister Mottley has reassured citizens that border controls will not be abandoned. Each government retains the right to refuse entry to anyone deemed a security threat, and systems are being put in place to track and vet arrivals. Authorities stress that the new openness is about mobility and opportunity, not unchecked access.
All of our countries have a vested interest in cutting down on the number of our people who migrate to North America and Europe, especially since the majority of these migrants tend to be highly educated and trained young people, precisely the citizens that we need to keep at home so that they could produce and contribute to national development.
The model, meanwhile, is not entirely untested. Within the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, Dominica and St. Vincent have already experienced similar arrangements, where citizens enjoy indefinite stay, access to services, and recognition of credentials without needing work permits. For Barbados and Belize, however, the new regime represents uncharted territory. Despite the concerns, the agreement is live and operating. The first passports have been stamped, and the first families are preparing to cross borders under the new regime. For many, the moment symbolizes a long-awaited fulfillment of decades of discussion about Caribbean unity. But with Jamaica and other CARICOM nations yet to commit, the story is only beginning. Borders have opened. The real question now, who will join next?
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Skali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.